Good morning and welcome to the Dumpster Fire 3.1 here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I am Josh here with Jeff.
Good morning.
Why, hello. That was Heavy by Linkin Park. Was not expecting that this morning. I knew we had it in the rotation, but I've hardly ever heard it actually play, so I'm just like, oh.
Especially when it's like gray outside. It's not cold really, but it's still gray and like wet looking.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's like, oh, flashbacks. It's like, I don't want to remember that time.
Yeah, no, it was not a good time.
It was not a good time, but tomorrow we will be having a good time.
We leave. We're finally going to be on a plane to the Nevada desert.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I keep looking at the weather, and I'm like, okay, no, we're good. We should be good.
Right? Might be a little rainy when we leave
I don't mind
tomorrow.
rain as long as it's not thunder or lightning.
Oh, it might be, though.
Okay.
Don't get scared.
I won't
it's
say,
fine.
I won't say nothing.
We'll be in a plane. It's fine. They can get struck by lightning and be fine.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I was about to be like,
But,
hang on.
It's fine because, your seat can be used as a flotation device, even though we're not flying over any water.
Watch us be flying over, what is it? Lake Reed? Like the big one in Nevada?
Lake Mead?
Lake Mead
the
or
one that's
something.
drying up.
Yeah.
And they're finding, bodies and stuff in barrels because
That's where the mob, took care of
Vegas was
business.
built by the mob, so.
Yeah, I was actually watching Casino last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a perfect thing to watch right before going to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just like a lot of the quotes, especially when it comes to gambling, I always try to keep those in the back of my mind just to kind of remember. It's like, hey, this place is not set up for you to win.
Definitely not.
No. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. I was going to say last night, some of those playing games got crazy at the end. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm okay with how they turned out.
Yeah, I was going to say Bulls beating the Raptors. I was like, okay.
Dude, yeah, because
that girl's daughter.
Right
oh,
now,
my gosh.
Rosen's daughter, just that scream she belt out. Toronto missed something like 18.
Yeah, that's the real MVP right there.
Which is weird because, you're an NBA superstar. You get paid to make free throws. A little girl screaming shouldn't be able to shake you.
Oh, yeah, no. But it did. Yeah. And then we had the, Pelicans and, not Timberwolves last night.
Was it? Oh, man.
Because I was watching it.
Yeah, because I didn't get to watch any of the games. I just know who won. And I know that with the Pelicans losing, a lot of the comments I was seeing on, articles and stuff, Pelican fans do not want Zion anymore.
Yeah.
They want to get rid of him because he's just not producing. He's not staying healthy.
Yeah, because I saw what was it? The quote that was yesterday. It was the Thunder. Okay,
yeah, that's why the Thunder are playing the T-Wolves.
Yeah, so that's gonna be crazy. Oh dang, that's so tomorrow we get Bulls and Heat, and we also get Thunder and Timberwolves. Ooh.
Yep, and the winner of that will play us.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say, sadly, there's just not an option for the Lakers and Grizzlies both to lose. As much as I want the Lakers to just get gone, at the same time, I want the Grizzlies to lose because I just want somebody to shut them up.
Same, and see, I think I would rather play the Grizzlies, just on the sole fact alone that playing in LA is hard.
Yeah,
and also I don't want to be one of those guys, but it seems like sometimes the refs do kind of have an inherent bias with the Lakers. They definitely treat them better than. You look at the amount of field goals that the Nuggets have taken.
Oh yeah,
Nuggets don't get fouled enough. They don't get foul calls.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, no, it's kind of weird. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We definitely got we'll still be in Vegas when a lot of these games happen.
Yeah, which means we might be able to actually watch
a bunch of them. Yeah.
Watch one of them at least. The Nuggets game.
Yeah, we got the Nuggets game. Let's see.
Maybe go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think Sunday. Okay, so it looks like the Saturday night game is Warriors Kings game 1.
Kings.
Yep, and then Sunday night game is Clippers and Suns.
Oh, God, see, that's another game where I wish they could both lose because I don't like the Clippers because they're an LA team, and the Suns. You don't have to. There's no explanation needed.
Pretty much. Yeah, let's see. And then Monday night, Warriors-Kings game 2. Oh, and then game 2, Nets and 76ers.
Okay.
Huh. We'll see. It's gonna be a fun weekend. That's for sure. Actually, let me get the weather pulled up. Like, there's a reason the show's a dumpster fire, folks. And I'll be honest, I think we're both just kind of checked out at this point.
Checked out.
We're like, yeah, no, we're done.
Be cool if we had some equipment around here where we could do like a live remote. Like, how cool would it have been to do like an episode of Dumpster Fire live from BEA Vegas?
That would have been sick,
right?
That would be much epicness. Actually, I was talking to our good pal V yesterday. It's like, if I could call in when you all are doing the show, it's like that would be funny.
I would not trust V at all. I would not trust them.
No, but that's part of the fun though.
Because like, unless somehow we had some good sound engineer or good audio engineer to kind of play us on like a a little bit of a delay, that way they can like bleep anything, because I don't think V would purposefully, but I haven't been on the radio in a while, so
true. All right, so right now, here we go. For your weather, right now in Fort Lupton, we are looking at 67 degrees, a high of 79, a low of 40, fair skies, winds of up to 3 miles per hour. I don't want your ads. In Loveland, we are currently looking at 64 degrees with a high of 76, a low of 39, sunny skies, and no wind. In Windsor, we are looking at 58 degrees, a high of 77, a low of 39, sunny skies, wind gusts of up to 2 miles per hour. And on the home campus at Greeley, we are looking at 61 degrees, a high of 78, a low of 39, sunny skies, wind gusts of a whopping 2 miles per hour.
Liar, it is not sunny. It is partly cloudy.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got like that gloomy aesthetic to it outside right now. Like when I was driving out here this morning, I was like, whoa.
But it's fine because we're going to the desert where it's just going to be sunny
and dry. And I keep checking my my app because I just have it like programmed like for multiple cities, and I'm just actually going to look at the one for Vegas. Let's see if it changed at all.
Same, like so you can only have like a certain amount of cities on mine, and most of the time it's the journey from here to northern Wyoming through all the major cities that when it's crappy, we don't know if we can get through when we travel. And then the one that's always at the bottom is like the place that I'm traveling to or everything. So it's New Orleans.
Yeah.
So I got to get rid of that and add Vegas to know what it's going to be like in Vegas.
So right now in Vegas, it's 67. They're supposed to get up to 79 today, which that ain't bad. But 79 degrees in the desert is way different than 79 degrees here.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it's just so much more dry and it just feels that much more hot. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So tomorrow, 76. Ooh. Saturday and Sunday are going to be beautiful. Saturday, it's going to be 82. Sunday, 87. Monday, 86. And then Tuesday, when we come back, 78.
All right, that's not bad.
Oh, no, not bad at all.
It's going to be really nice.
Yeah. If anything, I'm just going to keep an eye because, like, last year when we went, it was the same thing. Like, up until, like, the day before we left, it was like, oh, it's only going to be, like, 85. And then we arrive, and it's like, oh, it's 94. It's like, oh.
That's a big difference. That's the difference between pants and shorts.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't think we have to worry about it too much tomorrow since it'll be landing by that time. The sun's already starting to go down. So
yeah.
So it'll be fun. Although like the sun, I mean, it's going down there. Like over here, it's like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, and there's still daylight out. It's like the same thing in Vegas right now. So it's like that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
like we'll land, nice little sunset. Because I tell you though, Vegas sunsets are like something else.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. And we're exhausted.
Yeah, I'm so far.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be a dumpster fiery show today for sure, ladies and folks. I can't think of anything, so I'll just let it go back to the music. Welcome back to the Dumpster Fire 3.1 here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I'm Josh, back at it here with Jeff.
Still here.
We're still here. Physically,
not mentally.
Yeah, no, mentally we're long gone. Because we're thinking about Vegas. Oh,
Cannot stress that enough.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But in other news, did you, so you did end up watching the Penguin teaser trailer?
I
the production
did,
trailer?
and I loved it. I was like, oh, dang, this is like Arkham meets like Goodfellas. I'm like, I like this.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be amazing. Like, it still looks like it has that exact same tone as like the movie did. And
well, I mean, I think Matt Reeves, I don't know if he's directing it. I think he wrote it, I
know he's got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, because aren't they doing another spin-off show too, I think?
I don't know.
Because I know they were talking about doing, I don't know if they're actually doing it or not, but they were talking about also doing like an Arkham Asylum series like set in that universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
It looks insane. And then also we got a sneak peek. Looks like the John Wick universe is continuing to grow because we are getting a mini-series on Peacock called The Continental. So it's supposed to focus on the Continental Hotel from the movies, but in the 70s. Back when we had a younger Winston taking control of it, and like how he basically came to be the owner of the operator of the hotel that we see in the movies.
It's crazy how, and I think it's pretty much thanks to Marvel, like creating these universes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looks really good. We're also supposed to get a John Wick spinoff next year. We're supposed to get Ballerina, which is going to be crazy. Because in that one, we know for sure Ana de Armas is playing the ballerina. And then Keanu is supposed to show up as John Wick because the story in Ballerina is supposed to take place in between 3 and 4. So it makes sense. And then Norman Reedus is supposed to be in it. But I'm like, I can't wait. But especially like with the John Wick movies, there's so much mythology to the movies that they can really like squeeze a lot. Like it doesn't have to be all just based around John. Like there's so much there, like everything with the high table, with the Continental, like the other families that are involved in the guild that they're all a part of. Like there's so much there.
Cool.
Yes. But yeah, we got that going on, and then they just wrapped production on Joker 2 as well.
I'm stoked for that one. That one's I'm just super interested in, like, is it like a full-fledged, like, musical, or is it, well, I'm just interested to see how the music comes into play. Like,
yeah,
it's just kind of like, you know, showing, like, bringing to light, like, psychological disorders, and, like, so, like, Joker and Harley.
Yeah.
Are they actually, like, singing or whatever, or is it all just, like, in their heads while they're doing
I have no idea, but it's kind of crazy how they're doing it, because so far the only set photos and the only, like scenes that people have managed to, like, you know, record on their phones, like, sneakily or whatever, that have leaked, haven't seen any, like, actual musical scenes. Like, everything just seems like more like regular scenes. Like, there was one that leaked of Harley, like, getting escorted from a courthouse, and then there is a scene that they filmed with both Joker and Harley on the Joker steps, so they went back, and it's like, part of me wants to visit those stairs, but at the same time it's like, a lot of people have done that, so it's like, I don't know.
Right, the people that live there are probably getting pretty annoyed.
Oh yeah, no, especially now that, you know, there's so much publicity with the movie coming out and everything, and now HBO Max is going to be like condensed, but no, yeah, now it's just Max, which is kind of odd, because when they announced the name of the streaming service, they went with the HBO name for the brand recognition, but now it's just Max, and they're going to merge Discovery Plus into it, and it's supposed to launch, I think, in May. Supposed to cost the same as HBO Max is now, which I'm like, okay, good, because HBO Max is already kind of expensive anyway.
Right.
But I'm excited, like, for Discovery Plus, if they're merging that in, like, the nerd in me, it's like, you know what, if once they merge that in, I want to rewatch, like, all of Mythbusters.
Oh man, I would love to watch Mythbusters again. I loved that show as a kid. Like,
yeah,
made me want to be go into science, but I'm terrible at math, which is 95% of all sciences.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, like I just want to, like, go back and just, like, see, like, just some of the crazier ones that they did.
Right. I'm a big fan of, like, stuff they do with cars and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But like the one trying to get air out of, like, a tire if your car's underwater, which it's impossible.
Yeah,
you can't actually do that.
Or, like, I think I remember they tried doing the one from Wanted to see if, like, you could actually curve a bullet. Yeah, and it's like, oops. So I'm definitely curious to see how that all turns out. Like, I do want to watch. As a kid, we used to watch, like, my parents and I, we would watch Deadliest Catch like all the time.
Never watched that one.
Like, we watched like the first like 4 or 5 seasons of it, and then like we kind of stopped. But then it's crazy because occasionally my parents will still watch something on like Discovery Channel, and they're still showing ads for Deadliest Catch, and it's like, they're still making this.
I mean, people are still fishing. People still like to watch the danger, I guess.
Yeah, like, if anything, I'm always terrified, like, not just for the fishermen, but for like the camera crews, because they're like right in the middle of the action, like right there with them.
See, like, I like documentaries and stuff, but I'm not a big fan of like reality TV like that, because I feel like they put too much like scripted stuff into it. You know, like, they have to create drama outside of what the actual premise is, and I just don't enjoy that. Which is kind of why I enjoy a lot of the cooking shows, is because they're not as like drama. Like, you don't have people like fighting like, oh, you use my parsley or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just more about the actual focus of cooking.
Yeah, rather than the drama on the outside.
Yeah, it's like, not like, you know, we're on the seas and we're like danger like that. Enough would be.
That's like interesting enough, because that's terrifying.
Enough. But for the majority of the masses, they need more than that. They need like this human element that's drama filled.
Yeah, it's like, will this fisherman get back to port in time before his court dates? Will these 2 deckhands get along without getting into a full-on brawl in the middle of the deck?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
So.
Or I was watching Power Slap. Because they would air it after the wrestling show that I watch, and like the actual event, I'm like, okay, you know, it is kind of a neat concept, like, because we're so used to like punches and kicks, but these are just slaps.
It's almost more brutal to me.
Yeah, because you think of a slap. No, you can't. You have to sit there and just like wait for it, and it's like they literally slap each other silly. Like, it's not like a joke anymore. It's like, no, these people legitimately knock themselves out with slaps.
I've seen people knocked out with slaps, and it's.
Yeah, and it's brutal, but they add a lot of the scripted stuff to it too. You know, like, you'll have like Dana White trying to like hype up these guys, and then it'll cut to like these people inside the house that they're all staying at that are about to start fighting for whatever reason. And it's like, really? Like, it's like, really, aren't they all focused on, you know, slapping one another silly? It's like that's where they can take out their aggression. If they have 2 disagreements, all right, you and me, let's go.
Boo.
Yeah, but it was an interesting like premise of it, because like on paper you're like, there's no way, but then you actually see it and it's like, no, this is terrifying.
It would be terrifying to be one of those like crab fishermen or whatever else, you know, they're fishing for.
Yeah, or what is it, Ice Road Truckers? My dad used to watch that one a ton.
That one's crazy to me too. Like, props to those people driving those trucks across, like, landscapes like that.
Mm-hmm. My parents, another big one that they're into is my parents are like huge into swamp people.
Oh God!
Like, they know all the
Your parents just like bad television.
I think they just do, and I mean, to be fair, it took them forever to actually watch Game of Thrones. Like, I had told them, like, guys, it's a good show, and then they finally decided just this year to sit down and watch it all. And they're like, this is a good show.
Right?
And they burned through the whole thing. And they're like, this is a good show. I'm like, I was telling y'all for years when I was watching it that it's a good show. I was watching the last episode by myself in my room because y'all were watching something else. Probably swamp people. So yeah, no, it is kind of interesting. And then my mom, like, if she's just chilling at home by herself or while I'm working, she's binging through like every Korean series on Netflix.
I totally get the, like, I don't, what is it even called? Like, what are they calling it now? Because, you know, like,
I don't even know.
But just like this emergence of like Korean culture, especially like K-pop and then like the K-dramas.
Yeah, no, like the K-dramas are insane.
But the thing is like their like movies and their TV shows are so much better than ours. Like
the production values and everything.
Values.
Like, it is insane.
It's pretty to watch. It's pretty to listen to, even though I don't speak like a single word of Korean. I can read subtitles and not be distracted from like whatever's happening. I've never had a problem with that. I know how some people, like, they even hate subtitles because it's too distracting. They can't like read and like look at what the scene is.
Yeah, no, for me, like, I'm just used to them. And then since I'm working, I usually have to keep the volume down on my TV if I'm watching anything. So, like, for me, subtitles is, like, second nature to me.
Yeah, same.
Or even if I'm gaming, especially if it's, like, early in the morning and my parents might still be asleep, like, I keep the volume down, but I just have the subtitles turned on the game so I can actually, like, if I'm watching a cutscene or whatever.
And I always use subtitles, too, because sometimes I watch, like, older stuff that hasn't necessarily been, like, remastered or anything, so it's
and you
like,
can't make out like what they're saying.
You can't make out the audio because the technology just wasn't there. But...
Or like you get some movies where you just have no idea what they're saying anyway. Like Tenet is one of them. Like since most of the dialogue, like they're wearing their oxygen masks, especially when they're going like backwards in time, like you can't understand a dang thing that they're saying.
I actually just watched a movie last night with subtitles. It was an Italian exploitation movie, specifically a nunsploitation. It was called Killer Nun.
Oh, snap.
It's like a 1970s Italian movie about a killer nun, and it was so good, but it was so weird.
Was it on like Criterion Channel or?
No. It's not that good of a movie.
Oh, okay.
It is on Tubi.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Maybe it's on Tubi. It is on Tubi.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely it's just weird because it's like a B movie.
Yeah.
But the production values in it and the editing and everything is so far beyond a B movie. But the content itself is definitely, because it's all torture and
oh, dang.
like nudity and violence and sex.
Yeah.
But
Italian exploitation.
But it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say one that I've been looking for because from the dark days of video game adaptations, the House of the Dead movie.
I forgot. Wow, way to bring me back. I forgot they even made a movie about it.
Yeah, but it was crazy because to be like, oh, we're faithful to the game. Like during one of the shootout scenes, they have like the shootout scene in the movie, but then they intercut it with footage from the game. So if like a person shoots a zombie in the movie, then they recreate it like in the game, and they got like so ridiculous with it. And it's like, we're like with video game adaptations, like a lot of people are saying it's like, hey, we're like in a golden age of it. And it's like, I'm not so sure yet. Yeah, we're getting a lot better ones now. Like, yeah, The Last of Us is kind of like the cream of the crop when it comes to adapting a video game. But at the same time, now that they're announcing so many other movies and shows based on video games, it's like, oh no, like I'm scared again. It's like, if, like somebody's going to butcher one of these.
And do you know which video game adaptation got kind of a bad rep, but I just watched and I thoroughly enjoyed?
What?
The new Mortal Kombat.
I did enjoy that one. Primarily, the R rating, because it's a rated M game, so, makes sense.
But, I mean, my favorite part was just, like, some of the parts where, like, Kung Lao does this thing, and he doesn't even get, like, beat up at all.
Yeah.
And he just says, flawless victory. I'm like,
yeah.
Yes, he said it. That's in the game.
Like,
that's what happens
line.
When you beat somebody and don't get touched. Like, flawless victory.
Oh yeah, no, and they add like a bunch of little like gamer tropes in the movies. I think it actually might have been with Kung Lao, or it might have been with Liu Kang, where he keeps doing like the leg kick just over and over again.
Move you know?
Yeah,
and
it's like that is a gamer thing
because you totally played with people that would just spam that leg sweep, and it was brilliant. I don't care what anybody says. Like,
I still have a soft spot, like, in my heart from the original Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s.
Oh, 100%. I love those movies.
It was so, like, I mean, now it's cheesy, but, like, it is the story of the games, and it worked, and it was just so much fun. And then the guy who plays Shang Tsung in those movies, like, he is Shang Tsung, so far that they had to bring him back when they did the Aftermath DLC for Mortal Kombat 11. Like, they brought him back. And then actually, I think they brought a lot of the cast members from that original movie back to like do the voice acting.
Yeah, I think they did too.
So like there is like that fandom for the movie for sure.
I don't know. I enjoyed the movie though.
Yeah. Some of them are going to be cool. Like the one I'm hopeful for is they're doing a Ghost of Tsushima into a movie, and the guy who directed the John Wick movies is going to do that one. And he already said like he wants to expand like the color palette and everything. A lot of the cinematography in the game is gorgeous, and if they let him go like R-rated with it, like that is going to be awesome.
I feel like it has to be R-rated though.
Yeah, because I mean it's a rated M game.
Yeah, I don't feel like you could take any video game and that's rated M and not make it R. It just doesn't make sense.
Cough, cough, Assassin's Creed.
Right? Like, I know you're trying to pander because you definitely want to hit that demographic of that, like, 13 to, or the 12 to, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, those games were not
meant for kids.
Not meant for kids. It was literally about assassinating people.
Yeah,
like,
or the other one that I'm surprised, that I was kind of shocked at, when they did the Tomb Raider, the reboot Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah.
Like the one that had Alicia Vikander in it or whatever. Like the movie's PG-13, but that game was rated M. So, like, they recreated a lot of it, but it's like, the point is, like, Lara's in this, terrifying environment where people get killed in very brutal ways.
Yep.
So that was weird that they made that one, like, PG-13, and it's like, really? Like, the original Tomb Raider movies, like the ones that Angelina Jolie did, like, those were PG-13, and that made sense, because those early games were rated T.
Yep.
But then when they did the reboot and they went, the dark and gritty direction with it, it's like, those are rated M. Just let it be an R-rated movie.
Right, because it is because of, I think, like the violent nature of some of the ways that you can die and the way that some of the enemies die.
Some of the ways I inadvertently would end up killing Lara when I was playing the game, some of them were just like horrible.
Right? It's like, man, you made a whole cutscene just for me to fall onto some like wooden spikes or whatnot. Like,
yeah, no, I think one of the worst ones was like, and it's in the early part of the game too, like you run into a cave and you're getting chased and there's this rock that moves and it's a quick time event, so you have to like spam, like on the PlayStation it was the square button. And you had to get out of there fast enough, but if you didn't, the rock would fall and you'd get crushed. And it was gross because, like, it would crush, like, Laura, like, in the center. So her head's just kind of, like, hanging there and her arm's just, like, twitching. And it's like, oh. As a kid, I was like, oh, man. I was, like, not expecting that. Because there's a difference between, like, Mortal Kombat violence, which is so over the top.
Gratuitous, yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, gratuitous, but it's so, like, unrealistic. Like, you kind of laugh at just how goofy it is, but then you get like realistic violence like The Last of Us or the Tomb Raider games, and it's like, oh, that's gross.
Ew.
Yeah, like in The Last of Us Part 2 there is a portion where you're playing as one of the side characters, where you're playing as Abby, and there's a bridge and you have to jump in a certain way to try to get to another building. And there's a river cutting in between both. And if you miss the cutscene, it shows the water. And then it shows Abby just going splat. And it's gross. Like literally like you see her falling and you're like, oh, it's just going to cut out. And then it just cuts to like, you just see the water and it's really shallow and you just see splat. And it's like, ew.
Ew.
Yeah, and even like in the show, they kept a lot of the brutality in there, especially with a lot of like the kills that the infected would make. Like some of them are just borderline disgusting.
But no gaming this weekend.
So we're gaming, but different kind of gaming.
Different kind of gaming, video gameplay gaming. No.
Yeah, money gaming, not not video gaming. Or actually, who knows? The Luxor has an esports arena.
Oh, really?
Yes. Look at this.
What do you typically do on a flight? Do you like sleep? Do you watch stuff?
On a flight that short, I usually just usually like listen to music, since Southwest has the Wi-Fi that you can have on the plane. Like I'll just like listen to music, or if there's like a podcast that I'm gonna.
I just like download stuff. Like, so I download stuff to watch, and then I download like playlists from Spotify.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to use the Wi-Fi and like drain my phone or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here it is.
All right.
Yes, and this is in our hotel, and it's crazy. So here you go. It's a 30,000 square foot multi-level arena, gamer-inspired menu, esports exhibition show matches, vintage bar lounge, 50-foot LED video wall, VIP rooms, a luxury box suite lounge, a broadcast center, and a state-of-the-art production studio. And the gaming prices aren't even that bad.
$15 for an hour.
Yeah, $25 for an hour, or for 2 hours, $40 for 4 hours. 8 hours is $50. If you wanted to do the 24 hours, it's $125, which really isn't.
But it's all just a credit too, so it's just like you could game for 10 minutes and then save the other however much you have left.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, this is, and it's in our hotel.
Might have to go check that out.
Like, I remember I walked past it last year, but I didn't actually, like, go in or anything.
What are the hours on it? It was right next to the prices.
Oh, here it is. So, Sunday through Thursday, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., and then Friday, Saturday, 12 p.m. to 11.
Okay.
And then, they actually have some events. Oh.
Dang, $700 prize Saturday night for Mario Kart.
Yep. And then Sunday for champion. Oh, that's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the 17th. So they got several events. Yeah. Oh, there's some of the pictures in there.
I'm definitely not good enough to play against anybody for any amount of money.
Part of me thinks, I might try my hand at Mario Kart, but knowing me, I just get wrecked.
Like, I'm not bad at Mario Kart, but I haven't played it enough on Switch, like, especially with just like a single Joy-Con. I definitely would need a full controller.
Oh yeah, no, I do the dual Joy-Cons on it. Like, I can't do the single Joy-Con. I've tried and I can't do it. If it's on the Wii, I'm fine. But like something about the Switch, or maybe it's just because of how small the Joy-Cons are.
My fingers are just so long, and my hands
like I
are
can't
so
hit
big.
like the little buttons like for the boost or anything. So I just do the dual Joy-Cons. I just put them in that little holder, and that's how I do it.
Because it's more like a real legit controller.
Yeah. I know my brother, I think he, because he has like one of like the Pro controllers or whatever, and he uses that on his Switch, but I haven't bought one yet.
Nice.
But also I have like way too many controllers in my room. I got my PS4 controllers, my PS5 controller, my Xbox controller, my Switch controllers, my Nintendo 64 controllers, my gaming PC controller, which is just another Xbox controller. So I got way too many controllers already in my room.
Too many.
Like, I literally have like on the side of my bed, I have like a little makeshift setup that I ended up making, like almost like a cardboard shelf that I have, like basically like an empty cardboard box that I use to like store a lot of my stuff, and that's just full of a bunch of my controllers. So I can just like lay in bed and just pick up a controller and go. Like, it's absurd.
That's what's up.
It is absurd. But we've been talking for a while. We were about to hit the top of the hour, and actually I think that about does it for us.
Yeah, that about does it. I'm going to go check out the Brittany. What is her last name? Is it Corey?
Corey, I think
Brittany
so.
Corey. She's a Paralympic snowboarder. She actually went to Ames, and she's a medal winner. So
yeah, I was gonna say I saw the Snapchat. I was like, what?
Gonna have to go check that out.
I saw the medal. I was like, an actual Olympic medal. But it starts at 11:30 in the Welcome Center, right?
In the Welcome Center. I think they've got some food. So
there we go. But we do still thank you all so much for listening. This was a dumpster fire. We'll see y'all back here probably next Thursday, because yeah, we won't get back here until like almost midnight Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was a dumpster fire. You were all warned.